Michael, your company, Nebraska Cultures, has a product called DDS-1 acidophilus. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What makes it different than all other acidophilus products that might be out there, all other probiotics for that matter?
DDS-1 is called DDS-1.